Now let me just make sure that everything is going well on every other platform, just to make sure that I'm actually live everywhere, like I'm supposed to be. So far, it doesn't show on YouTube, but... And I do this like every time. Oh, okay. Now it is on YouTube. So I'm going to leave that active there, and then I can actually go right over to my Twitch to see if I'm live there. That usually takes just a little bit longer to load up, but let's see. Let's refresh again. Come on. Twitch, you know damn well that I'm live. Stop lying to everybody. There we go. Okay. I had to go and refresh a couple of times before it showed it to me, but that's alright. Either way, here we are. This is going to be the live review of the Samsung Q9U. I had released my my video review earlier today, and as per usual, there's going to be a live stream to accompany my microphone review. So here I am, and I am currently using the Samsung Q9U to stream with it. And if you watched my review, then you would know that I genuinely do think very highly of this microphone. I think that it sounds really, really good for the money. I think it's got a great build. It's got a great mount for it as well. It is actually very similar to the Shure SM7B's mount over here. And it does come with the super thick windscreen that does do wonders, I gotta say. Especially when it comes to plosives. You should not be hearing any plosives while this thing is here, because it is, again, a pretty gigantic windscreen here, but it is for sure a good one at the very least. I do have this plugged into my Go XLR, so that's what you're currently hearing. And yeah, with this, I probably would not use the de-esser at all either. So let me actually see if I have one active. Fabled says, yo, hello to you, buddy. Ah, yes, I did have a de-esser active. Not good. Not for this microphone, at least. This microphone doesn't really have a sibilance problem, so I don't really think that we need a de-esser for it at all. So how's it going, Fabled? How's everything going on your end? Welcome to the live review of the Samsung Q9U, the microphone that everybody has been talking about, but not enough people have. I know that last night I streamed with the Blue Spark SL, and because there was yet another microphone review coming out today, I am currently streaming with it right now. Though I know that on Tuesdays people have things to do, so I shouldn't have scheduled this for a Tuesday. But that's okay. It is what it is by now. And here I am. What are your thoughts on this microphone? Well, I would say that this microphone is a fantastic value. This is both a USB and an XLR microphone, so you can use it in both configurations, which I think it's great. So if you wanted a great microphone to invest on, but maybe you don't have an interface, you can use this as a USB microphone, and it'll still sound great. But obviously, I do prefer to use this in the XLR setting. Now, this microphone is built incredibly well. It's absolutely massive, but I certainly don't mind it. And it comes with this thick windscreen that does sound quite nice. The windscreen doesn't sound nice, but it does help a lot with plosives, I will say. Nautix, what's up? Hello to you. What's up to you, I should say. I hope that you're doing well. Bloody Fedora, hello there. I arrived. Thank you for arriving. You came pretty early today. I appreciate it. Thank you. Fabled says instead of the competitor to the SM7B, it's a competitor to the MV7. Yes, that is essentially my take on it as well, because this is a $200 microphone, and I don't think that it's fair to judge a $200 microphone based on how it compares to a microphone that is double the price, you know? Uh, because, like, if you compare the two, then yes, like, the SM7B is definitely going to sound better than this. But this is more so meant to compete with a microphone that has the same functionalities as it. Like, it can be used as a USB microphone and an XLR microphone. One of the best examples of that around this price range would be the Shure MV7. And I think this microphone sounds better, is built better. It's even got like some mids boost, like a mids boost switch over here, and it does have a bass roll off over here as well. And it's got USB-C instead of micro USB. So there is that. Uh, so yeah, essentially, I think that this microphone is overall better than the MV7, and it is worth $200 versus the MV7's $250. I do think that the MV7 maybe costs a little bit more than it should, but the MV7 is still a great microphone. How are you, Tech? Oh, I'm actually doing pretty alright tonight. How are you doing? Plus, I changed my photo in both Twitch and YouTube. Now it is a Gear Synthetic from Fallout 4. You know, I don't think that I've ever seen any of you guys's, like, profile pictures. Because, like, on Twitch, like, on chat, the only thing that shows up is really, just like what badges you have, or like your position and that kind of thing. And in this case, like in Streamlabs, it only shows that you're commenting from Twitch, and it shows that you are a moderator because you have like the little sword right next to it. Let's go ahead and move on to just chatting. No worries. Ah, sweet. So, I take it that you're a pretty big fan of Fallout 4? I never got to play it. I bought Fallout 3. Haven't played it yet, though. However, I have a friend that really, really loves that game, and he says that should probably be the first Fallout game that I play, because it's really good, and it'll get me into the series if I end up liking that game. So I have it. I haven't touched it, but I will someday. I'm just more hesitant to do so because it is a shooting game, and I usually don't play shooting games. Again, like, as I've said a million times, I'm just more of an RPG kind of guy. I do have a question, though, for you guys. For anybody that's currently active, would you still be interested in a review of the AirPods Max? Like, are you at all interested in hearing my thoughts on those headphones? Because I am trying to plan out my schedule for May, and I am trying to keep it compact, but I want to make it relevant, since a lot of my content has been like streaming based, basically, like a lot of things regarding microphones, some headphone stuff, audio interfaces, and things of the like. I figured, that testing out an audio product even like that might actually be worth it, but I want to know what you guys think. Oh, I played it once. I like it, but my PC was struggling with it. I had to install a lot of performance mods. Oh, I see. I understand that. I understand that. Nowadays, like almost any PC can pretty much run the Fallout games just fine, because like Fallout is not a particularly hard game to run anymore. So like, even if you have a lower end, like cheaper, but more recent PC, then like you should be able to run it just fine. I think that guy will show up again on this stream. I'm ready for it. I'm quite certain that he will. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. and thank you for being ready for it. Oh, also, by the way, so like I noticed that there was someone on my chat last night, that had my full name, like my first name and my last name on it. And they were typing in Spanish, so like I wasn't sure if it was somebody that I knew, uh, or like if it was that same troll again. So I just decided to ignore it, and I didn't say anything about it. And then my father comes up to me last night and he's like, "Hey, did you see my messages on the chat?" I was like, "Wait, so that was you?" He's like, "Yes, it was me." Who else would it be? And I was like, "But you see, there's this troll that has been coming on, and he called himself Tech Summit. So, like, yeah, I thought that he kind of just made an account using my name. So he was like, "Oh, okay, so that's what happened. Well, now you know. If you see my name, now you know that it's me." So that's essentially how that interaction went. I never thought that my father would actually show up to any of my live streams. But that was certainly an interesting experience. I wonder if he will end up showing up again tonight, and if he does, I have to respond. Neither was I. I didn't do anything, so I decided to just keep scanning. Okay, yeah. And I do appreciate that. I think it ended up being for the better, that account did not get banned or anything, because, I mean, like, it turned out to be my dad. And if I told them, "Yeah, dad, I banned you," like, that would be such an awkward conversation to have, no doubt. Luckily, everything turned out well. And tonight is going to be still another stream revolving the Samsung Q9U. So I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about this microphone as well. I just released a review of it earlier today at around 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And I have to say that I think this microphone sounds very good. I do have the windscreen on at the moment, but if I take it off, this is what this microphone is going to sound like. So like it is going to let a little bit more clarity through. However, when it comes to plosives, you're going to hear that for sure. So that's why I would always recommend using this microphone with the windscreen, especially the included windscreen. However, I don't really see that being that big of an issue right now, so maybe I'll keep the windscreen off, because I can already hear the differences in clarity between using a windscreen and not using one. Bloody Fedora says, well, there are a lot of Francisco Ferreras on YouTube. I tried to scan outside and for that other guy's account to see where the hell he came from. However, I found nothing. No, yeah, so that other guy, my father, he doesn't have a channel at all. I don't even think that he has a profile picture at all either. So like he would be the most difficult Francisco Ferreira to track down. So I didn't do anything because I thought maybe someone with the same name, and that turned out to be the same. Well, that turned out to be the same. Wait, I think I just repeated myself. Huh. Interesting. Well, there's that. But yeah, that just ended up being my father, being a little bit of a doofus. He might make it back again tonight, so I have to make sure that I behave. I have to be good. Have to be as good as I can possibly be. But with that said, oh, Windows Defender alert. What on earth is going on? So when it comes to more microphones coming up for review, there's going to be a USB microphone coming up pretty soon. That's going to be the Red Dragon Blazar. And then we're switching back over to XLR. That's going to be for the PreSonus PD70. And then we are going to go all the way down to the Ascent Stealth. That's going to be for later on in April. And then uh and then we have the Samsung Q2U, which is going to be on the very first day of May. So that's essentially what we should be expecting when it comes to microphone reviews. And then after that, I'll see what else the world has to offer when it comes to microphones and things of the like. However, one thing that I have noticed here is also that I have to do a full-on comparison of every XLR microphone that I have. So like I can't just start selling them and getting rid of them just yet. At least of the ones that I know that I wouldn't be using anymore. Blade Fedora says, but the other guy, the troll, I typed his name, I found nothing as well, so I don't know where he is. It is possible that he just deleted his account altogether. That is a very strong possibility. Maybe he changed it or something. I wonder what it will be this time. Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to know when or if he ends up coming in anyway. Dylan, I just added the Rode PodMic to my cart and I'm ready to purchase. However, is there anything that is almost as good in the price range? So, I would say that there are better microphones around that price range, to be honest with you. I think that the PodMic sounds good. However, it's not a very well-tuned microphone out of the box. So I do think that sound-wise there are better options around that price range. Like for example, the Samsung Q2U is actually a fantastic option. That is cheaper. It does better with sound rejection. It doesn't have as high of a noise floor, and things like that. So you might actually do a little bit better going with the Samsung Q2U. However, if you do want that more broadcast look to it, then the Blue Ember comes to mind, but that's a different type of microphone. The Blue Ember is a condenser microphone on the other hand. The microphone also costs exactly like $100. It is addressed like from the side or the front, I guess. But it is a condenser microphone, so like it does attract more noise from like other things around it. But from my experience, it really hasn't been that big of a deal. And in my opinion, the Blue Ember sounds much better than the Rode PodMic, even though the Rode PodMic does have a very podcast broadcast sound to it, which if that's what kind of sound you're looking for, then the PodMic is a great option, and the Q2U is also a great option. Sorry for going on such a tangent about it, but I hope that was helpful. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. Let me know if you have any more questions. What interface actually are you planning on using your PodMic with? Mohammed Sheikh 1 says, hi, when did you start? I started at 8 p.m. for me, 8 p.m. Eastern time, so that was 18 minutes ago. I started right on time. Sweet Potato has joined in saying, hi, Fran. Hello to you, Sweet Potato. Thanks for stopping by. It's been a while. TV Frost Tech PC Gamer 1 Pog. Hello. Do you think the Dell G5 gaming desktop with a 13 and wait with 13? I think you mean the i3. i3 and 1650 Super is a good deal for the price of $661. It doesn't sound bad at all, actually, for 661 bucks. Yeah, honestly, I mean, it sounds pretty decent. If it a 1650 Super is obviously not like the strongest of GPUs. The i3 I'm sure is certainly not one of the more recent ones, at least I don't think. But still, yeah, I meant i3. I put it on by accident. I gotcha. But yeah, like for about 670 bucks, considering how the PC market is right now, I would consider that a pretty fair deal, for sure. Sweet Potato says, I know, so sad. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. I am still I am still alive, so that is one thing to brag about, I guess. Um, but yeah, I would say that I am doing fairly well. I'm not that tired today either, which is good. However, I am looking forward to Thursday because on Thursday, a very special pack, and this is like when I go on another one of my Yu-Gi-Oh rants. A very special set comes out with Ghost Rares, and that's going to be Ghosts from the Past. Uh, and I have to buy a couple of those to hopefully get a Ghost rarity card. But anyway, that is going to happen on Thursday. So I'm looking forward to that. But how are you? How are you doing, Sweet Potato? How's everything going on your end? Mist Fizzy says, I'm thinking about getting the Rift S VR headset. Do you have any other recommendations, and what do you think about it? I think that the Rift S headset is a fantastic headset. I used it for over a year, and it had served me well the entire time. Uh, and performance-wise, it's also great. Like, it'll give you great visuals and things like that. Like, the controllers were very comfortable. However, the wire would get in the way at times, but that's kind of inevitable. Um, but I don't really recommend that in 2021 you buy the Rift S because Facebook is going to discontinue, or probably already did discontinue, the Oculus Rift S, which means that there isn't going to be much more support coming forward. So I think that the safest bet is to go with the Oculus Quest 2 instead. And you can still use a link cable to link that Quest 2 to your computer and use it basically as if it were a Rift S. So you can still play all of your PC VR games that way. So that would be my recommendation to you. I've never tested the HP Reverb. Sadly, I've never tested the Valve VR headset. I've never tested the HTC Vive either. So yeah, like that's pretty much all I've got regarding VR. But hopefully one day I will. Sweet Potato says, just crocheting some cute octopi and watching New Girl. Ooh. So I would say pretty chill. I'm gonna get ready to make some veggie spring rolls. Yum. Cool stuff. Oh, so by the way, Sweet Potato is actually running a shop where she crochets a bunch of different types of little, I want to say, accessories. Some of them animals, some of them foods, and they're like super adorable. So if you are interested in getting any, please go to Little Starry Things, and you should be able to find like an affordable or very well priced crocheted good that will look fantastic on your keychain. If I had my keychain anywhere near me, I would actually show it to you live. But yeah, I wanted to give her a bit of a live shout out, I suppose, even though it's only like 9 or 10 of us. Gem Allen, would you need a pop filter foam for the Q9U, or is it good as is for plosives? When it comes to plosives, I think that this microphone definitely benefits from the windscreen, because when it comes to it, I do see that there is protection like around the capsule for it, but I still don't think it handles plosives all that well. It could do better, so that's when I would use this windscreen. However, like from the angle that I'm speaking into it from, like kind of at a 45-degree angle-ish, it sounds pretty good, and it doesn't suffer from many plosives issues. But it does come with this windscreen in the box, so like in case of anything, you'll be fine if you end up going with this microphone. I'm currently using it without it, but like I had it on just earlier, and soon I'm going to put it back on as well. Why is Mist Fizzy messages getting retained for me to analyze? There's nothing wrong with them. I have no idea. I hope that I'm not missing anything. Yeah, like everything's fine. I don't know what's going on. Mist Fizzy is being cool. I don't see what the issue is. Danny Swain. I have a reverb. It's not bad. Super clunky. Chording sucks though. Oh, I see. Well, would you say that the headset is heavy? Would you say that it's uncomfortable at all? QOQ or crying face probably. Says hi and hello to you. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by. Sweet potato. So nice. Thank you. Yes, you're very welcome. Don't worry about it. I'll do what I can to help out. I'm yes. Yes. We're we're getting to something. Hang on. I'm gonna put this on actually. Now, this is what the Samsung Q9U is going to sound like with the windscreen on, and it is going to help with plosives quite a bit. Like, it's pretty much going to eliminate them completely, which is honestly great. But it is going to take away a bit of that clarity still. So do keep that in mind. And it's also going, like your semblances, it is going to reduce that still. Uh, and you don't want to eliminate the semblances like to the point where it almost doesn't sound like you're saying anything with the letter S. I don't think so personally. It feels large though. I see. Hmm. I would definitely be interested in trying it out. So like I can try and see if I can grab myself a review unit or well, obviously like buy it is what I mean. But yeah, I would really like to test it out and just see like how it performs against the Oculus Quest 2 in this case, since that is going to be Oculus's like newest flagship VR headset since they've discontinued the Rift S already, I think. Bloody Fedora says maybe it is his picture. I'm not sure. Anyway, they are okay messages. I allow them. Yes, yes. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm sure that that Mist Fizzy also appreciates it. But yeah, to Jim Allen, I would say this microphone you should use it with the windscreen. Especially if you're going to be speaking directly into it like this, like how I am. But if you're going to be doing it from an angle, then you can get away with not using one of these. And definitely, when you're using one of these, if you have a de-esser on, turn it all the way off because it is only going to miss. It is only going to mess with the audio. I've actually only ever used the reverb. I got it from the university I'm attending as part of a launch box. That sounds so cool. That is so cool. A launch box though. Hmm. Like what what does that entail? Is it like because of your major or what's up? The sound is actually quite nice from the headset itself. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds good. No pun intended. Sweet Potato says, you imitated me perfectly. Lols, now you just gotta do yas. Wait, like when did I imitate you? and I guess I just did the yas. When did I imitate you? I don't really remember. Maybe I'm just turning into an old man, but I don't recall specifically targeting you to make fun of you. This time at least. One, two, three, one, two, three. Testing this microphone. This is the Samsung Q9U. This is a very well-built microphone with a very large body, and it does have a kind of flimsy, not so satisfying to press mute button on it, and it can be used as a USB and or an XLR microphone. Oh, when you said wah, haha, you got it spot on, lols. When did I say wah? Whose message did I read? That sounded that way. Oh, yours. Wow, so nice. Thank you. Okay, gotcha. Yes, there you go. I feel like I'm sweet potato now. I have become sweet potato. I'm going to change my channel name to sweet potato, and no one's going to stop me. That trademark will become mine now. Now that I can imitate you. It is very surprising that I actually managed it, though. So there aren't too many microphones left before like the full-on comparison of the best XLR microphone comes out. And that video is going to feature 14 different microphones. Prices ranging from $60 all the way over to $500. So that's going to be a very cool comparison, I think, at least. Instead of Tech Summit, it will say Tech Sweet Potato Summit. You forgot to say Summit. Haha. I just read like the last part of your message, like in like the driest tone. Blade Vidor says, today I had a test, a consignation of payment or something. Had to defend the company this time. It was very complicated. I'm a bit confused as to what you mean. Consignation. I think you meant to say something else there. Sorry. Put kids to bed, lol. Yeah, so I go to Full Sail University and they send students. I think they have to opt into it. A lunchbox that is tailored to their degree. That is so cool. I wish that back in my school they would do anything like that, but that wasn't the case. I went to a very cheap SUNY school. Where is Full Sail though? I think Full Sail is, it's either in Florida or in Georgia. I think, if I remember correctly. You see, like, every time that I think of a Full Sail, I always think of Purchase University as well, because Purchase is a college here in New York. And, you know, Full Sail, Purchase, it almost sounds like they had to do with money, but then you read the letters that actually go into Full Sail, and it's like, oh, it's more like going full sail. It's like, oh, kind of takes the magic away in the name. But I think it went well. Made a minor mistake in the text, but I think I went well. Oh no, I meant exactly that. I don't know how it is said in English. Basically, someone doesn't arrive to receive the payment after getting fired. Now I have to protect the company from repercussions. Okay. And how would you protect the company from repercussions exactly? Danny Swain says, hey, new follower by Unstoppable Trimax. Thank you very much for that. I just got the follow on Twitch, to be exact. Very much appreciated. Thank you. i.e., I'm going for game design, so it was an iPad, laptop, HP Reverb, and many different programs. It's pretty sweet. That is amazing. That is so cool. That is so cool. You see, like, I had to buy every single one of these things if I wanted to be able to go through with my degree. So I'm actually in a very similar field as you. I went to school for computer animation, which involves 3D animation as well. I was never good at 3D animation though. I was always a lot better at 2D. And we also did learn some game design, but like we learned one semester of Unity and then another semester of Unreal, both of which wasn't really enough time to really grasp either program, but I did find Unity to be a little bit easier. However, when it comes to the coding aspect, obviously Unreal is going to be a lot simpler because it uses nodes instead of actual code. But man, like that's pretty much all that we had. They never gave us an iPad. We had to fight in order to be able to get those like drawing displays like the one that I have here, but like in school. And mind you, like it was just to use it in school. It wasn't even to like take it home because they just had a bunch of turned off ones just like to the side, completely unused, and they were all connected to Mac Pros. But nobody was allowed to use them, and I'm just certain that they were saving it for the fashion students, or for just like the fine art students, which is so frustrating. Florida. I'm using my GI Bill. Okay, so it is in Florida. Gotcha. Vidor says otherwise, yada yada yada. The company gets in trouble with the law, and it needs protection. Oh, so like you have to talk to the cops and stuff? One protects with a petition explaining that it isn't her fault, explaining what had happened, showing proof in articles, and if necessary, denouncing the employee or clearing the company name before someone does any damage. Okay, wow. I mean, that definitely sounds like quite the endeavor, quite honestly. Unity is fun, but the visual scripting in Unreal is nice. I must agree. Though, quite frankly, none of it stuck. I'm I can draw. I can draw a lot of frames. I can do that just fine. Unity has an add-on thing called Jolt, which is essentially Unreal node scripting. Oh, really? They never told us about that when we were in school. How interesting that they would do that. I mean, they obviously wanted to torture us while we were there, because they were like, you better be taking 8 classes because these art history electives are super important. Even though, you have thesis to tend to and all that. I already graduated. Uh, so those issues are technically in the past, but they still haunt me to this day because I will always be salty about that. Why can't I see anyone else's messages? So a lot of people are currently watching me on Twitch at the moment. That's probably why. Yes, actually, I can see that. That was definitely why. Because most people watching me right now are currently on Twitch. And I think that you're the only person commenting from YouTube. However, you should be able to see the comments on the screen nonetheless. Like they pop up, whether the comments is coming from YouTube or Twitch. However, I do want to make it so that I can actually keep those comments up rather than them like disappearing. So I do have to look into that. Bloody Fedora says, and annoying to write, you have no idea. Simple but annoying. One can make a lot of mistakes if not careful. I see. Unstoppable Trimax. I have not been here in a while. It sure does feel that way. How have you been though? And Bloody Fedora, question. So what was Calm or Corn up to? I can't see too well actually from here. Let me see. Corn. Yeah, yeah, look, what was Corn up to just now? Good. Okay. Well, I'm very glad to hear that you you're doing well because it'll be summer vacation for a lot of people soon. So hey, that'll be cool. Hey, Danny from YouTube. Forgot I had a Twitch account. Ah, well there you go. So now you are on Twitch. Welcome in. Hopefully you'll have a more easygoing experience around here. I have moved. Oh yeah? And how was that experience for you? Or like, do you mean that you moved from YouTube to Twitch? Blade Fedora says Corn was writing a lot of gibberish in Arabic. Oh, I see. It was probably that guy then. Jamu Firecat 10 says, okay. Is something going on, Jamu Firecat? Is something on your mind? Basically, a wall of text with Arabic spam. I have moved house and it is going good. Okay. Well, that's good. I hope that your new home is a nice one and that it's a big one. Jamu Firecat says, brought the computer to a different guy at 2. It's already done. The PC is now done. Can I get a PogChap? PogChap or PogChamp? You and your typos. But I'm glad that you were able to take your parts back and just take them to another guy. It doesn't take 2 days to build a PC, especially one as simple as yours, because yours was pretty basic. Like, it just had everything that it needed. So it should have taken just a couple of hours tops. You know, like, that guy should have not been taking as much time as he was. PogChamp, let's go. Okay, there we go. Okay, everybody give Jamu Firecat a PogChamp if you can. I used all my YouTube accounts to like the stream and subscribe. Aw, well, thank you. I very much appreciate that. That is very well appreciated. I don't really know what's going on with YouTube, but YouTube has been a little cruel to me as of late, since the growth that I was seeing last year from making very similar content to what I'm making now is completely different. Now like, I'm genuinely struggling to get views on my reviews, like, even if it is on a current product, like something like this, like with the Samsung Q9U. That was an issue because, like, I was just lucky to make it to about 100 views today with it, but that has just been consistently happening, and sometimes it's just like 50, and that should not be happening for a channel my size. And I just kind of wish I knew, like, what was going on. What could I be doing wrong? BRB Tech. Oh, hey, no worries. Go ahead and take your time, bud. Pog for Jamu Firecat 10. I wanted to build a PC, but I got impatient and bought a pre-built. That's probably better. Was freaking out because of all of the horror stories I read online about pre-builts, but honestly, I'm really happy with it. And that's good. In this day and age, like in 2021, I would not really recommend anybody to build their own PC because it'll just end up being more expensive. You're better off just getting a pre-built because currently parts are like just skyrocketing in price. And pre-builts have honestly gotten a lot better over time, like when it comes to gaming PCs and the like. So I would trust a lot of these companies, with some exceptions, but yeah, like when it comes to pre-builts, they've stepped up their game quite a while ago. I'm back. Hello, welcome back. Exactly. I got a 3070 in this one, and I couldn't find any 3070s in stock anywhere. Exactly. And right now, a 3070 is being scalped to hell. And I'm sure that, uh, I'm sure that you didn't really overpay for your PC. At least not a lot more than what you would have if you had just bought every part separately. I have literally 20 tabs open on my poor laptop so I can watch the stream on all of my accounts. Well, that is appreciated. You don't have to go through all of that, of course, though, but that is appreciated nonetheless. So thank you. Yeah, I should probably bring this microphone closer to me. I don't think I did, but also I kind of feel like how much I enjoy it also goes into whether or not I had considered it a good deal. That is true. And by the looks of it, it sounds like you did consider it a pretty good deal, right? I'd say so. Okay, well, that's good. And ultimately, I would say that that's really all that matters here. Like, as long as you feel like you got yourself a good deal, that's very good. When I built my PC this year, actually, I was a little bit foolish, but I love building PCs in general. It is just very satisfying. So, like finding parts for my PC, the only thing that was really tough to find was obviously like the graphics card and to an extent the CPU, because I originally wanted a 5950X Ryzen 9, but those were out of stock virtually everywhere, and I did have to pay a scalper for a 3090. But at the time, he had only raised the cost of that 3090 by like $200, versus everybody else that was doing it for like 500, 600, and so on and so forth. He even like double that. So because I saw that price and I was like, okay, like it's not that much worse than just like paying for it outright. So I just went ahead and I bought it, and I'm very happy with it so far. It was still a bigger investment than I needed to make, because I shouldn't have had to pay that much, but if I had waited any longer than that, I would have been absolutely What is better, Yamaha 6-channel mixing, or Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3rd Gen USB audio interface with Pro Tools? First install MG06, or the... oh my goodness. A lot of jumbled text there, I will say. So, because I'm not exactly sure what the first install is necessarily, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that between those, I would pick the Focusrite Scarlett Solo 3rd Gen. I actually have it, and the preamps are super, super clean. It'll power just about every microphone. It can't even power a Shure SM7B, but I don't recommend that you use that one with the Shure SM7B. Because, like, you do have to have it at, like, max gain if you want to get, like, decent, audio levels out of it. So, pretty much if you have just about any other microphone that's under that, it should be able to perform just fine. Like Electro Voice microphones, they will perform just fine, for example. The Yamaha interfaces, like, they tend to have noisier preamps, like the noise floor on them just seems to be a little bit higher, so like that is kind of a problem that I tend to have with Yamaha stuff. But what I like about Yamaha stuff is that they do have an EQ built onto their interfaces. With the Scarlett Solo, you would have to use a virtual EQ of sorts. I wanted to go Ryzen 2, but the Ryzen version of this PC build was sold out. Ah, that is unfortunate. But the Intel is working just fine. Oh, well, that's good. That's very good. Lol, it bleeped the F word. Yes, I went ahead and I pressed a button over here. So like for instance, if I'm gonna go ahead and say another curse word, such as it uh by pressing that button, it'll mute me and it'll just let the mute sound go through the microphone itself. So that's essentially how that works. So every time that I'm going to swear, uh, like I can just press that and I'm good to go. Curdle Dev, Pog. Larry's Moist Bread, sub G Jet. Hello? What is better, the Rode Pod Mic or the Rode Podcaster, Broadcaster, or the Rode Pod Mic? Ah, Crossrain, thank you very much for that follow. Very much appreciate it. That follow was on Twitch, so thank you so much for that. And I do hope that you are enjoying this live stream so far. So like between those two microphones, they're both very different microphones though. Well, like they're meant for the same purpose, but they're going to offer a different sound. They're like on two pretty different budgets as well. Like the better sounding microphone is going to be the more expensive one in this case, and that's going to be the Rode Podcaster. I think that that it does have a richer broadcast-esque sound to it than the pod mic does. However, that ultimately is really just going to depend on your budget. Like if you can afford to spend money on a podcaster, then go for that. But if you want to save money and go with a pod mic, then go for that. But thing is that they're just like on two pretty different price brackets, because the podcaster is basically double the price of what the pod mic is, you know. Criddle Deb, holy crap, you actually said my name correctly. Ah, I guess I got lucky there, huh? Phew, good on me. Otherwise, it would have been the end of me. But I am glad that I got it right. It means that I guess I have some reading capabilities left in me after graduating college. How have you guys been enjoying the sound of this microphone so far, by the way? For those that might not know, this is the Samsung Q9U. This microphone released pretty recently, and my review for it just came out today, which is why I'm doing a live review to go along with it. And this is essentially what the microphone is going to sound like. Oh, it sounds great. Okay, well, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear it. This is a $200 microphone that comes with a windscreen. It can be used as a USB microphone, and it can also be used in XLR. I'm currently using it in XLR. Either it's your voice or it's the mic, or both, but it's clear. Sounds kind of melodic. Also, your Discord link seems to not be working. Yeah, a lot of people have actually reported that. And also, well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that it's going well. So I'm going to try to send a direct link. However, this has not worked in the past for some people. But I'm still going to try to send a direct link right now. So I'm going to make a new one. Bill Dungy says, "Hey Tech Summit, hello to you. How are you doing tonight?" Okay, let's see. So I can do copy. And And all right, I'm going to try to post it on Twitch, on the Twitch chat. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Let me know if that Discord link works. I sure hope it does. Yeah, there we go. I see my message there. While I'm hearing you well, no static, no issues for me, voice very clear to me. Okay, that sounds great to me. Speechless says, does the Nighttime Blues refer to the song that is playing? It does. It does more so refer to just like the mood of the life of 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 the live stream. Like, it's supposed to be a very chill, relaxing live stream. I usually have pretty soft lo-fi playing. This is from Harris Heller's playlist of lo-fi. So that is currently what you're hearing, and I also try not to yell or anything like that during any of these live streams to keep everything pretty chill. Worked like a charm. Okay, awesome. I am happy to hear it. Good. Glad you're streaming now. Very cool. Oh, well, thank you. I've been streaming for since I think January of last year or February maybe. But yeah, like I recently started streaming on YouTube as well. Like I currently stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So like sometimes you will see that I'm responding to comments, and those messages and stuff are going to show up on screen over here, but if they're Twitch messages, then you might not be able to see them on chat. Too bad I can't send you music to listen to. Everything is copyrighted nowadays. I know. I would love to actually listen to some suggestions and stuff on stream, but I can't. Hang on. Actually, Bloody Fedora, there was a song that that you asked me to listen to that I added to my Spotify, to my playlist on Spotify, and it is a song that has gotten stuck in my head, but like it was quite a while ago, and I don't remember bringing it up. But that song is what is it? I'm trying to remember what it was. Fist by Fist by Powerwolf. There you go. That one. And yeah, like I enjoy it. Like sometimes I'm in the mood for it. We got 29 more fasts left. I guess more days of fasting. First fast was today, and we started fasting from 4:30, which was sunrise, and we broke our fasts at 7:55, which was sunset. But the days get longer, which means the fats get longer. The way you said that just made me laugh. Do I? I don't remember. Was it Fist by Powerwolf? Yes, it was by Powerwolf. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Ramadan? Yes, it is for Ramadan. I meant fasts. Okay, got it. I just thought to myself, oh man, like the fats get longer? Like, did you mean that the fats get bigger, or what's going on? Cool. Also, Moshak, it might interest you to know, but I did start watching Seaspiracy last night. I didn't finish it. I watched, like, I would say maybe 33% of it. And then I was already like, okay, I'm ready to fall asleep. But I thought that it was interesting. It's like, so far it does seem like a very well done documentary. Though I will say that the narrator, like when he goes up to the fisherman, and like when he just like walks up to people like with his camera on like that, and they end up like like saying, "Hey, like don't film me. I don't want to be filmed. Can you shut that off, please?" And like he just keeps insisting. Um, I I just thought that he came off a little bit douchey, but like besides that, I do agree with his message. And also like those phone calls that he's made uh to a different company saying, "Hey, like can you stop using plastic straws because it's killing sharks?" Like it just comes off as so pretentious when he says it that way. It's not going to work. Um like he just comes off as a bit of a so while I'm not in love with his personality, uh I do agree with the message so far. With the overall message. How did you find the beginning? Uh Again, well, yeah, like you pretty much explained that. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, 1 hour streaming. Oh yeah, it has already been 1 full hour of streaming indeed. Wow. Well, to all of you, I have to say, thank you very much for stopping by tonight's live stream. It has indeed been a blast. But as per usual, I do have to go ahead and transition over. When you watch the whole film, it will scare you. Okay, I will continue watching it tonight. Still, I may not finish it tonight, but I'll probably do like another 30% or so of it, or should I say documentary? Right. But guys, thank you very much for stopping by this live review of the Samsung Q9U. I very much hope that you've enjoyed this microphone. And if you haven't watched my actual review of this microphone, then please feel free to visit my YouTube channel. And it is going to be the latest video on that list for the Samsung Q9U. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for dropping by. And also, do not forget that I have a Patreon where if you end up pledging to it, you do get entered into monthly giveaways for tech products and things of the like. So if you are interested in that, then I would very much appreciate your support there. And you also get bonus episodes of the Tech Summit podcast uncensored, so that bleep button will not be pressed. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. See ya, man, was fun. Mic does sound good, but I know nothing about mics. Oh, no worries, bud. No worries. So to